Two women took male swimmers by surprise on Friday when they attended a men-only swim session in South London. They wore trunks and swimming caps and told staff they self-identified as male. Now, this was a protest to propose changes to the law regarding gender identification.
Well, campaigners are worried about potential changes to the Gender Recognition Act, which would allow men and women to choose their own gender, arguing it could enable predatory men to abuse women in single-sex spaces. Well, Amy Desir, one of the activists who joined the male swimming session, joins us now, alongside journalist and transgender activist Jane Fay. Welcome
Morning
to both
to
of
you
you.
both. Good
morning. So,
Good
Amy, you became a man.
I did, just for the day, only on Fridays. And I have to say, nobody believed me. However, the policies of the swimming pool allowed me to enter the men's changing rooms.
And what were you wearing for this?
I was wearing a very fetching pair of borrowed trunks and a gorgeous hat.
And that's it?
That's it.
So you were topless as well?
Yes.
And how did the men react?
They were uncomfortable. I had one man who, in a very British way, raised his eyebrows and said, "This is supposed to be a men-only swimming session." And I said, "Oh, I am a man." "Oh, really?" And swam off again. And then a group of men were complaining to the lifeguards at the end of the pool. The general manager came in. It wasn't the best experience for anybody.
Your point was that under proposed changes to the Act, that men can self-identify as women in order to gain access to women-only spaces. And you want men to be on board with that, don't you?
Yes, I don't think that men are really getting on the idea at the moment that it's not just about people like Jane. It's about any man who doesn't have to make any changes to their appearance or their behaviour, who have been socialised and brought up as men, who can just one day decide that they fancy going into women's spaces and be accepted.
OK, Jane, see, I've had an issue about this for quite a while, about self-identifying, because if you take it to its logical extension, you can self-identify as anything you like. You know, as I've said before, I could just sit here and say, I'm a giraffe, and go to the giraffe enclosure at London Zoo and demand to be let in because I've decided to identify myself as a giraffe.
Tell you what, identify as a giraffe, go to the tiger enclosure and see where that gets you.
No, but there's a serious point there, which is if you allow self-identification...
Piers, you're a journalist, Piers. Do some research.
Okay.
The Gender Recognition Act has nothing whatsoever to do with that. And I'm surprised you've been going on about this topic for a while. It has nothing whatsoever to do with this. The law did not cover that, and the Gender Recognition Act actually will make it more likely, Piers, if you woke up tomorrow and said, oh, look, I'm a woman today, it's more likely you'll be done with a criminal offence for doing that.
There was a boy in Texas who has transitioned to a female but takes part in the Texas wrestling competition for women of his age. And he
doesn't want to.
And guess what? No, but he does take part, and he wins, obviously, because he's actually still very much physical in his makeup. Now, that to me is a genuine issue, which needs to be explored, debated and somehow resolved.
And let me give you another instance, because this is exactly what Amy would be bringing on. In the States, there is a guy, a trans guy, beard, lumberjack shirt. He goes around and he protests his attempts to push people back to their birth certificate bathroom by going into women's loos.
Right.
How do you make it safer for women by saying that a man in a lumberjack shirt and a beard belongs in the women's loos? At present, there's this claim, which actually, in about 40 years of trans people being around, there's never been trans people going into the wrong loos.
But do you
only
believe,
people who've abused it is Amy.
Do you believe, though, that fundamentally anyone should be able, without going through any transition process in terms of gender realignment or any surgery or anything, that people should be able to wake up one day and, if they want, to be able to legally, with the backing of the law, say, actually, I'm fed up with being a man, I want to be a woman, or conversely the other way around? Are we moving to an era where you can legitimately self-identify without really anyone being able to stop it?
Well, that's a very interesting question. Of course it can be stopped. Tomorrow, I'm going to be Piers Morgan, OK?
Right.
I'm going to be Piers Morgan.
But who can stop you?
No. Nobody can stop me being Piers Morgan, because despite what the government's done, you can call yourself what you want. However, if I go into a bank and start signing cheques as Piers Morgan on your account, that's fraud. I will go to prison.
Unless you change your name by deed poll.
No, deed poll is irrelevant to that.
Really?
Yes, and I consulted.
You couldn't set up a bank account in a legal name that you had changed legally?
If that is my legal name, but if I start trying to access your bank account, in other words, it's the intent. Now, when it comes to gender, what we're hoping, And to be honest, this whole gender recognition thing is very low down any sort of trans list of priorities. What we are hoping, I was talking to someone yesterday, is that what it will bring in is not at present a panel, which means there are no penalties, but it will bring in a court process, which means if you do exactly as you say this, I'm going to wake up and do this, then actually you will go to prison.
Okay, Amy, last word to you. You made this protest. It's raised a debate that I think is an important one to have. How do you think we should go forward, recognising all Jane's rights to absolute equality, but at the same time safeguarding the things that you believe are problematic in this process in terms of women perhaps being vulnerable to predatory men abusing the system?
I think that women need to be able to say that we have legal protections in law that are open only to women, and that needs to be respected. There's a petition going to Parliament at the moment on the government petitions website calling for women to be consulted. In 2018, women are having to petition for that right.
All right, Amy Desir, thank you very much indeed. We'll leave it there. Jane, thanks very much indeed. One Piers Morgan is enough. Thank you very much.